Try to be a big girl.
Yeah, you'll be all right, Sadie. I got faith in you.
Thanks.
So I'm gonna do a three, two, one countdown, and we're just gonna get
Wait,
start talking.
can can I do a prayer before this?
Yeah. Can you do a what?
A prayer before?
Do it whatever you want.
Oh, yes. I was
Yeah.
ahead.
Yes. Let me know when you're. Did you hear a beep?
I did.
That's his
Oh, okay.
oxygen
Okay. I
thing.
didn't know if it was my camera.
Oh,
Yeah.
was
Let's
it?
let's,
Oh.
let's go for it.
Dear God, I pray that you will put your hands on our hearts today with Corey, Jill, and Katie, and Dan and I, especially me. Uh, I pray that you'll guide us through this podcast and help me have a good time talking to Corey and getting to know each other. And I pray that I will not talk 50 miles an hour, and although I am nervous, but you know that. And I pray that you'll change that and make it your way in through us. Amen.
Amen. Let's go. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do a three, two, one. Hello, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Healthy Project podcast. This is in collaboration with the Freedom of Expression Project. I'm your host, Corey Dion Lewis, and I have one of the most creative people that I've just met today. Just had a quick conversation. I feel like I know you so well. Sadie, thank you so much for being with me today. I appreciate your time.
You're definitely welcome. I love being part of your time.
No, I love that you love being a part of my time. So, before we get in talking about your art and everything about, the freedom of expression, tell me more about you. Tell me, tell me more about yourself.
So, I love to draw, and I love to sketch. I love to do origami. I love to paint with acrylic. Never really painted with the oil before, but that could be a new thing I can learn. And I love to color and with gel pens and color pencils. I love to doodle, and I love to take art classes at the art center.
Oh, cool. What got you started in art?
Well, in Earlham, I guess, where I grew up, and my first hands-on project was a clay fish type thingy. It was so you have to shape the clay to a fish shape, and
Uh-huh.
then it was kind of like pottery, sort of.
Oh, cool.
So that was my first project I ever did, and I'll never forget that. So
Yeah, so like that just kind of sparked this excitement around art, and you've been doing it ever since.
yep.
Cool. What is it about art for people listening or watching that may be dealing with, stress or anxiety? What is it about art? What would you tell them that about art that can help you and can help them?
I think art is just an inspirational thing that finds you who you are. And if it defines you, then I think you should just accept it and use it and not waste it.
I love that.
My pastor Josh says if you have a gift from God, you should just use it. Don't waste it.
Yeah, and it sounds like you're just using it.
I love it because when I heard him first say that, that really it grabbed my attention.
Right, right. It got you focused.
Yeah.
How does art help you with managing stress and anxiety?
It's really been kind of a journey, really.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the journey has been a tough road as well, but that's what helped us get through.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes if you look at it this way, the tougher it is, the more you'll learn.
100%. And you know what? You know what I think, Sadie, is you've been able to use art as a superpower for you for challenges. Can you, and I think it's powerful coming from you to those listening of talking more about what some people would think would be a challenge you've turned and made it a strength. Can you talk more about what that challenge looked like for you and how you've been able to turn that into something so powerful?
Um, I think that's the main thing. When it's a challenge, you accept the challenge, whether it's optional or not.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you're a competitive person, but personally I am. um, can you kind of repeat that again?
Yeah. So you talked a lot about, there may be some challenges with anxiety and mental health, and you've taken that and you've made something really really cool through art. How can that how has that experience what has that experience been like for you?
Okay, so I can answer that pretty easily. My first origami my brother Caleb taught me was an origami crane, and I feel like once you fold each crease, and each time you make a mistake, I feel like you have to fold that crease and let it go, and you just learn from there, and metaphorically speaking, and what I see in art is just I'm in my own element. You know,
Mm,
I'm just in my own space and nothing else matters.
right. That is so cool. Um, we're talking a lot about the Freedom of Expression project, which you're a huge part of.
Yes.
Yes, tell.
Without Jill, I wouldn't be
Oh
here.
yeah, Jill. Shout out to Jill.
Whoop whoop. Go Jill. Go Jill. I was a cheerleader. I can cheer for you too.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I was a cheerleader in Sheraton and Earlham.
Yeah,
So
Sadie, this is no lie. This is probably the fourth podcast I've done where somebody has shouted out Jill in the podcast.
we're dancing together.
Yes. Yeah. So with that, how has that impacted you, and what does that feel like being a
Oh
part of it?
man, Jill has impacted me. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's so cool. Tell me about it. What has that been like?
I like Jill because she helps me motivates myself to lean on my own independence of learning things that I haven't done before, and we just explore things. And sometimes we kind of just put a little change in whatever it needs to be changed in my projects. So Jill is just a very awesome person.
Yeah.
I can't explain how awesome she is. She's such a blessing to me, and without her, I just love Jill.
Yeah. What's so beautiful about that, Sadie, is that we talk a lot about community and belonging with the Freedom of Expression Project, or just in general, and how important belonging means and being a part of something more than yourself. What does that mean to you when you think about belonging? What does that mean to you?
So that's actually a really good question. I'm glad you asked. um, I've been wanting, so this is my dream since I was in sixth grade. I've been wanting to have my own art studio, and it wants me to make me feel like if I have my own art studio, anyone's welcome. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. I mean, if you're, whatever your ethnicity is, or I don't really care who you are, just come in and just be yourself. And I want people to know that they're loved and they're accepted no matter where they're from or what their races are or whatever. Like, if you don't really accept someone, they're not going to accept you. Kind of
Mm.
like treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, treat people how you should be treated,
And the
and
bullying
yeah,
is just, sorry,
no, do your
bullying
thing.
is no, no exceptions.
No exceptions. Yeah, everybody should have fair access to your art, no
You
matter where they
shouldn't
come from.
harm yourself or others,
Hmm.
emotionally, spiritually.
Yeah, Sadie, I think I'm glad you said that because one of my questions to you is there through your art? I know you have some art here with you today.
I do.
Yeah, is it? Are there any art pieces that you express maybe some of that in your artwork?
I didn't bring it with me, but Jill might have a picture of what I did in the art show 2 years or 1 year ago, 2 years ago, and I covered flowers with glitter, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean glitter, because I love glitter. Glitter is just like more than just my medium; it's more of my who I am.
And I can see that, Sadie, because if you see glitter and that don't make you smile, then something's wrong with you.
Yeah, no exceptions on that one
No.
either. I gotta
Yeah.
tell you something. My uncle Jason told me when I came in my glitter, a little glitter. I forgot what I did card, and he goes, "You're like glitter. You're just everywhere."
Yeah.
I'm like, "You go, Uncle Jason."
Yeah, glitter. I love when people find what works for them and makes them happy. And because even if it's not glitter, if it makes you happy,
Hmm.
that's going to show and it's going to make other people happy.
So I actually put down something that I wanted to share
Yeah.
personally. So why would you not have something happy if it doesn't make you happy? How can you live without that?
I don't know. Like, I think you could live without it, but it wouldn't be a very happy life, right?
It'd be depressed, man.
Yeah, like I feel like everybody should do at least one thing that they love. And that one thing necessarily doesn't have to mean you got to make money from it. There are a lot of things I do that I don't make,
Voluntarily.
yeah, that I don't make money from, but I love it and it makes me happy. And I think everybody should have at least something, at least one thing like that.
So there's one thing that really inspires me is Joppa. I don't know if you heard of Joppa.
The restaurant?
No.
Oh, okay. This is different Joppa.
This
Okay.
is for the homelessness, and
Oh,
I
yes.
volunteer there every second Saturday of the month, and that just touches my heart. Like it's just so sad to see those who isn't as fortunate as we are. And when I volunteer there in the outreach on Sundays, sometimes it makes me realize we should make others people happy that they don't have what we have. And I feel like it's just sad to see them unfortunate.
Yeah, but you know what's so cool about that Sadie is going back to that sense of belonging and community that you're doing with the Freedom of Expression project. That's the beauty of that because you're taking that feeling and you're spreading that out into different spaces. And I think people listening to this or watching are going to say, "Hey, I can
Relate to
I
that.
can relate to that, and now I can take what I do and spread it out somewhere else, and that just creates more belonging and more community and all that. So that is awesome. That is really really cool.
And speaking of belonging, we've recently had a new pastor that we hired at our church, and I want to give him a shout out because he has helped me through so many things that I've been through, and he's prayed for me. He's just been my rock star. Like yeah, you're my rock star. Pastor Josh Mink is he's been here for I think a year and a half or so,
Okay.
and he felt like he didn't belong to any of the churches he's lived through. And without without Pastor Josh, I feel like I wouldn't be here either.
Oh.
Without all the people that I look up to, like Dan and all you guys, I just feel
Yeah.
like we're all family, you know? We're all just family and a friend and a brother and sister in Christ.
Yeah. Everybody plays a part. First of all, let's give two snaps to everybody that's involved. Shout out to Dan. Shout out to Pastor Josh. Yeah.
Josh Mink.
Josh Meek. Two snaps. And I think you know, you bring up something that's very, very important, and just from the art that you showed me already, is that it takes the whole thing. It takes a village, right? It
Yes.
takes a village, and you have your own village who's currently here,
I have a
right?
good support system that
Yes,
I need, and God has blessed me with it.
yes,
And I feel it.
yeah. What is it about your support system that do you feel like? And correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the the strength and the confidence you get from your support system helps you with the art that you do.
You are not wrong about that.
Yeah. So tell me what are some of the pieces in your collection that you feel like really say belonging and gave you power and strength? Are there any pieces that you can think of?
Like in life, or
Just pieces of artwork that you've done.
um, well, I did just or I did paint a sugar skull head yesterday in art class, because I went to um, visit family, and his girlfriend, my cousin's girlfriend, loves sugar skull heads, so I painted her one. It took me 2.5 hours. Boom. It's my like you said, it's my superpower. It's just something that I have in me. It's through my blood, I guess.
Yeah. No, I can feel it. I can feel it, Sadie, and it's genuine. I really, really appreciate that.
She's been through some tough times too, so I thought I would like lift her up a little bit.
Oh, cool,
She
cool.
loved it.
Yeah, it's something about art that can really lift somebody up.
And it went right on the wall.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. So, Sadie, one last question I have for you. For anybody listening that's watching, um, that really doesn't feel like they're an artist. That's something that I've brought up before. We've talked about a lot with people. I don't feel like I'm an artist, or I don't feel like I can draw. What would you say to that person that in an encouraging way to get them to think about that differently?
I'd say hit to the art center.
Head to the art center. You'll change your mind about if you're an artist
Yeah,
or
even
not,
if
huh?
you don't make it, wherever you're sitting at, wherever you're standing, wherever you're walking, look at something and think, what's your favorite color? And then when you say to yourself, my favorite color is blank, and then kind of just set that in your heart and kind of let it meditate on its own, and then just kind of do a little soul searching. I don't know if you know what that means, but
Yeah,
I love soul searching. Sometimes I have to do that to get through my life and journey.
yeah.
And once you define your favorite color, it doesn't have to even be a favorite. It could just be a color right in front of you. So mine is like pink.
Right.
Like, I don't know what the pink is doing there, but that is my favorite color. My hair has been pink. My clothes are pink. Well, it was pink, my bag. And I just think whatever color is in front of you inspires you.
You know what I love about that is that it is so simple for some. It's those we make things so complicated, Sadie.
We do.
You know what I mean? And it's like,
We
what's your
shouldn't
favorite
have
color?
to.
We shouldn't have to. What's your favorite color, right? And just going from there. And I think, especially now, we're in a world where everything is so fast paced.
Yeah.
We gotta. Yes, I know what my favorite color is, but I want
I
to
know,
draw the
right?
next Mona Lisa tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
it could be green one day, it could be blue I don't know if you've seen Inside Out, but oh
yes.
my gosh, I am telling you, my favorite color is red because sometimes I get a little angry. I have to admit
Yeah.
it. I may not seem like the brightest flower, butterfly, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We all have our emotions too.
Sadie's not glitter all the time.
Yeah, I mean no exceptions about that one.
But you know what's so cool about that through art is you can put that color on paper and make something, and you can say, hey, this is how I was feeling this day, and it has a story to it. And somebody looking at that could really, like, yo, I was feeling that same way too. Or
Yeah, right.
I can really vibe with this.
Let it sink in.
Yeah, yeah, I can marinate with them a little bit. That is so cool. Sadie, thank you so much. I've learned so much about you.
I could talk here all day. My
Yeah.
dad, I actually do want to say one more thing though.
You say whatever you want.
My mom and dad are the best people I could ever ask for. And I could
Oh.
just cry right here because although they're not here in the state at the moment, but they're in Arizona at the moment, and I just want to thank them for everything they've done for me. I am adopted and I am different, but that's okay because they they adopted me for a reason, and I just had to find that purpose inside me. And I feel like they've helped me for 27 years of my life. I was only adopted 17 months old, and growing up has been really hard, but they have taught me so many things. And for those who don't have parents or any like role models, but just say to yourself, what am I doing here? And I found my purpose. Without mom and dad, I wouldn't find my purpose. And I want to thank them and love them for all they do for me.
Boom. Shout out to mom and dad. And I don't want to add anything to that because that was awesome.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
I miss them. They aren't coming back till March.
Yeah.
February, at the end of February till March, but
Yeah. Well, mic drop on that. Sadie, that was so beautiful. Thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Everybody, thank you for listening and watching the Healthy Project podcast. Information about the Freedom of Expression Project will be in the link of the description on the YouTube page and the audio version if you want to learn more and contribute in any way. Again, my name is Corey Dion Lewis. I'll holler at you next time. Done.
Oh my god! I feel like crying.